Storytime with me and Jackson. Just last night I was talking to a few friends and I realized I have a lot of taxi stories, because here how a lot of persons with disabilities get around is with a taxi service that's comparable to the bus. So we pay like anybody else would, but there's different pickup times that you would have if you want to go to work or whatever, and you book like a day or so ahead of time. Okay, backstory over. Maybe like 3-4 months ago, I was going to work and I had booked for a specific time to be at work, and the car pulls up and I go out, and just as customary I say, "Are you for Mindy?" And she says, "Oh yeah." And I went right in the car and she starts driving. And with this type of taxi service, you're not always necessarily alone. Sometimes you're with other people. So I asked if there was any other pickups on the way to my work. She's like, "Oh no, you're going straight there." So I just rode in the car. And I know a few different ways to my work, but I figured, okay, maybe she's taking a different way. I didn't check the news or the traffic this morning, so I don't know if there's any construction or anything going on. And she keeps going and keeps going, and I start at 8:30. So at 8:20, I looked at her and I asked her, "Where are we?" And she says, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm taking you to work." And I say, "Okay." And little sort of red flags go up, because this does not look like where I work at all. Like, no landmarks, no nothing. I'm kind of lost here. And going back a little bit, I had chatted with my friend a few days prior, and he had said, "Oh, you know, there's a new driver who's, you know, driving people, and this person isn't very good." Good meaning that this person has a hard time finding places and things like that. So, but I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And I thought, okay, well, I don't really always take this service, so maybe I'll never really get this person. Let's call her Jane. So back to present, I'm in the taxi, and Jane is saying, "Yep, we're going to your work, don't worry about it." And I look around and I say, "You are for Mindy, right?" And she looks down at her sheet, because they have a schedule that they follow, and they say, "Oh no, I'm for another person, let's call her Jenny." Ended with a Y. That was the only real similarity between my name and her name. And I said, "Okay, well, I have to be downtown in like 5 minutes." From there, I don't know really what happened, because all I remember is honking of cars and yelling of pedestrians, and thinking that I just may die and nobody will know, because I am supposed to be Jenny, because obviously I had gotten into the wrong car. Through all of this, Jane is trying to lecture me about how I should have said to her, asked her, you know, who she was for, and blah 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 blah. And I am saying, I did, I always do. And I'm trying to explain to her that it's really a bad idea to pick up the wrong person, because if we were ever to be in an accident, which the way she was driving we very well could have been, Jenny's contact people would be contacted, not mine, because I'm not Jenny, I'm Mindy, for the 30th or 40th time. So she gets on the phone with her dispatcher, and I get on the phone with the booking company, telling them what happened, telling them that I'm telling my work I'm going to be late, but also saying, like, please don't, what they call it is a no-show, but, like, please don't bill me for missing a ride when I got into the wrong ride. So they were saying, okay, it's fine, she's going to take you to where you need to be. And I did get to work about 5 minutes late, but I swear to you, she drove up right onto the curb, and then completely forgot my walker, my mobility aid, which, if you didn't know, I have cerebral palsy, which is a mobility disability. It affects my legs, so it's not good for me to not have the different mobility aids that I need. So she left, I went to work, I was mad. I then called the company back to sort of put together a formal complaint, because you can do that. And it's not like it's not something people always do, but I figured in this situation, because there was some dangerous driving and a couple other things going on, I would just tell them of this. So a few days later, I get a good driver who says that, you know, that complaint that you posed against Jane, well, they were posing it, they were saying that I was the one who drove you, and let's call him Billy. And I said, well, no, like, you're a good driver. And he said, I know, and I told them that you told me that it was a female driver. I have nothing against females, or males for that matter. It's just, at this company, mostly they are males who do the driving. So, anyway, it all kind of got sorted out. There was some back and forth between me and this company after I had told the good driver Billy the whole thing again, and he gave them some extra information. And I haven't seen her again, so I don't necessarily know what happened to her. But it was a really interesting, made for a really interesting morning, and I'm always a little more alert now when I am driving with new people. But anyway, that was my story time of one of my first taxi stories. But if you like these different taxi stories, tweet me on Twitter or use the hashtag TaxiTales, and I will make more of these. Thanks, and have a great day, guys.